Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Anthony.
It's Casey.
And we are Dos Cavazos. So today we are super excited to be starting a new series for you guys. We are going to be watching the season 4, episode 1 of Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul, we've seen season 1 through 3, obviously. Breaking Bad is probably my favorite show of all time, beginning to end. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with it. Some other series, I used to say Game of Thrones used to be my number one, but then to me they just completely screwed that up with the ending. So like it reverts back to Breaking Bad for me.
So the cool thing about Better Call Saul is that we're getting to explore more about this world. We're seeing backstories for, Saul Goodman, which we
Jimmy.
still haven't seen him become the lawyer extraordinaire Saul Goodman yet.
For all the convicts and criminals that he was in Breaking Bad.
It's really cool to see his backstory. We're getting to see more about Gustavo. We're seeing more about Mike.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
and I love the new character of Nacho, too, that we got the chance to see him. I really liked him in this series. For me... I just enjoy seeing like the parallels that Jimmy has that with Walter White had, him becoming Saul Goodman and Walter White becoming Heisenberg. You see like every step along the way that they take to get to where they are or where they were in that show. It's really, really cool to see, and that's why I've really enjoyed seeing this. And I still keep holding out hope we're going to see Walter White or Jesse Pinkman pop up at some point in this show.
I know, as some sort of something.
Yeah, I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen El Camino, but like when Walter White jumped back into that, I guess movie, it was not really a show, I was like super geeked out, even though he kind of looked a little weird. You could tell that they put like the hat on him, or the bald cap.
Him.
Yeah.
It was great. So, I don't know, we're just excited. So, when we last left off, we saw Saul's brother, or Jimmy's brother, burning in the house. We don't know if he died. We don't know if he escaped. That was kind of left.
I think that he's going to die.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to die.
Kim had gotten into the accident.
That was crazy, yeah.
And she's, like, not doing law right now. He's on his probationary period because he, like,
Well, he talked him into saying that. Well, he didn't talk him into when they were in trial and stuff like that. When he was on trial, he pretty much alluded to the fact that his brother had like some sort of mental disorder or something that's making him unfit. Yeah. So that's why they didn't believe those tapes, and that he was just like he was lying. Jimmy was lying to Chuck. To get them to say like, oh, I just told him what he wanted to hear, as opposed to just saying like, oh, he's right. I admitted to altering documents. So. Really interesting to see what's going to happen with that aspect. Yeah. Also, where we left off was that Nacho had just poisoned Hector, which we saw Gustavo kind of give him a little bit of a face to say, like oh, I know that it was you type of thing. Yeah.
And also, Nacho was not in Breaking Bad. Yeah. So...
hope he doesn't die.
Something has to...
I mean, he probably will at some point.
He's not in Breaking Bad, so I don't know. We'll
Maybe
see.
he just wandered off and did his own thing after the fact. So, we're super excited to continue this story, to go see Jimmy finally become Saul Goodman. Obviously, we're going to be watching this series, season 4, leading up into the premiere of season 5 later this month. And we're super stoked for that, too, so we can just continue on. We don't have to actually wait that gap that people waited, because we did pick up the show a little bit later on. But let's check it out, guys.
I always used to get that at the mall. A Cinnabon.
I always went to Wetzel's Pretzels. What happened?
Oh, whoa.
We're not
even. Yes, remember?
I forgot where the last future event happened.
Yeah, I think he had passed out or something.
Mr. Takovic, how you feeling?
He's nervous.
Yes. Well, it's good news. You were right. It's not a heart attack. In fact, everything I can see here looks good.
Well, that's good.
Can I have another look at your driver's license?
Uh-oh. That's why he's so nervous.
For some reason, this computer keeps kicking this back.
Oh my gosh.
And this is your current address?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have your social security number again?
Oh.
I've never seen this before.
Take off.
She
She
messed
the
up,
letter
maybe.
O instead of a 0. I can't believe how stupid. I think it's going through now.
Nerve-wracking. He was getting ready to run. If he didn't have a heart attack, he's gonna have a heart attack by the end of his visit.
Albuquerque.
Well, that's kind of...
What's going on here?
he recognize him? I think he recognizes him. Remember,
From
he used
all
to be
the
all over the
commercials?
Yeah.
But I'll just get out here.
Okay. Something's weird about that.
Yeah.
It's not breathing.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? That's so creepy.
I wonder if it's because he told that kid at the mall to get a lawyer or something. Remember, he like kind of made a little bit of a scene, but I feel like that wouldn't have caused all of this.
That person had to recognize him. He's from Albuquerque, I would assume, because of the little thing that's hanging on the window. And I'll probably find out at the end of this mid-half season, or at the end of this season.
I was gonna say, it makes me sad to see all of the things in his new life, because it's
From
like
where he
so
was,
not
yeah.
him.
He's not gonna answer it. He's gonna have information on his brother, though. He'll call Kim.
Let it go. If it's important, they'll leave a message.
Oh no, he's gonna hear it on the message.
You've reached Kim Wexler?
Kim, it's Howard. I'm trying to reach Jimmy. It's Chuck.
Oh my gosh, I think he probably did die. Look how fast he's driving.
Jimmy, go.
Oh. Oh my gosh, he died. Oh man. Oh wow.
Such a weird feeling, because like leading up until like the end of last season, he was really starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
But like just seeing him actually pass away in the way he did, it's just like super
That's the
hurting.
bench.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the thing he hated. It was just sad because he obviously just, you know, kind of had something going on. And then the whole court thing just kind of drove him over.
Well, and then also Howard forcing him out, pretty
Yeah.
much buying him out with his own money.
The inspector says it was over fast, smoke inhalation, so he didn't suffer.
Yeah, they're gonna say that. Did you see the backyard? His microwave, everything electric is back there. The fireman didn't do that. He did that. Something must have happened. Something made him relapse.
He'd take it easy.
So, the boss says he's gonna want the windbreaker.
Of course he does.
Is that the granddaughter? Oh, that just makes me think of how he had to leave her and not say goodbye.
Make it go.
I can pick her up the rest of the week if you want.
Are you sure? What about your new job?
I make my own house.
Madrigal.
Laundered money.
Yeah.
His check.
His check. I wonder how much it's gonna be. Dang.
How much taxes did you pull out? Bored.
I think so. Oh, the money.
Jimmy, I'm so sorry to bother you with this. The thing is, we wanted to get Chuck's obituary into the paper before the service, but I'd really like to run it by you. Education for the underserved. He was on the boards of many different charities and founding of people.
You can't hear it. Drink.
Like tequila that he bought to celebrate.
Oh, yeah. Till the morning. He just stood up all night. Wow. They finished the bottle.
I feel like he feels like maybe partially responsible, yeah.
Oh, Hector.
He took these.
Thanks.
He knows something.
But he handed it back the original ones.
Yeah, but Gustavo
Yeah.
thinks, you know. Oh, is he gonna ditch him?
Don't do it right there. Or maybe he thinks he has to take out Gustavo too. No, I think he's gonna ditch him.
Why would he do it right then and there?
It's just a drain, I think.
He just wants to get rid of him, I guess, as soon as he can.
Yeah. Doesn't know where he's gonna be in the next hour or so.
Drop
Juan
him in
Bosa
there.
wants to see you.
Oh, he was so close.
Yeah.
Los Boyas.
I feel like he could have ditched him though. There's so many opportunities. Oh, he's got someone on him.
Yeah, I was being watched.
He's starting to sweat and you're looking really nervous. Kind of worried for Nacho.
Las colectas continúan igual. El recuento debe ser exacto. Tienen una entrega mañana por la noche. La recogen, la empaquetan, la distribuyen. Todo como lo han hecho antes.
So just keep on keeping on, basically.
I don't think they have any real reason to suspect right now since he already had heart issues.
And he was working for Tuco anyway.
Yeah.
Alguien se moverá contra los Salamancas.
It's gonna be me.
Lo que trae la DEA.
The DEA.
Hank. Don't
I
even
know.
hold him for a minute longer. Get him out of here.
Someone's gonna see you if you just keep standing there. You better hurry. I feel like going onto the top of the bridge wasn't the best idea. Like, you should have gone somewhere more inconspicuous.
Like throw him in a Walmart trash can or something like that.
I would throw the bottle too. Get rid of that.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, okay.
Got away with it for now.
Unless someone saw him. No.
Mike. Is it?
Oh
it's
my
Gustavo's
gosh,
dude. Yeah.
that guy. That's the one he like freaked
Slit
out
his-
on and
yeah,
killed.
he slit his throat.
Because he was pissed off at Walter White. He was having him watched. Car won't start.
Listen, could you let Mr. Eglin know I'm going to be late this morning?
Magical. Oh.
You found a bald guy. Like, to match slightly.
So that's what he did. He took his car out so he could use his ID.
Yeah. I'm just wondering why is he doing it. Maybe he's just trying to get a better like grasp of this company to make sure that he's safe.
I feel like he had a question about the check or something was weird about the check.
No one's even questioning it.
Because that's something else.
No, we're
Nobody
talking
even
about a
knows.
street fight.
He must have a lot of employees then.
It's like kind of like an office space. Everyone always stays in their little bubble and they don't
Yeah.
venture outside of it too much.
Does Bruce Lee have a gun? Because if he doesn't, it's Ali in 3 minutes or less.
See? That's what I'm saying. Hey, hold up. Wait. Did you sign Tina's birthday card?
No.
Not a single freaking person questioned him at all. I love
Everyone
Mike
just
so
goes
much.
about their jobs, not questioning the system.
Yeah.
And they probably have a ton of employees.
Yeah.
He just rolled up.
That's really how easy it is.
Oh, nobody even looked at his
Maybe
work.
he is kind of like scoping it out or something like that.
know, I guess
maybe he's
so.
gonna be back like, look how easily I snuck into your building or into this company and just like went around doing whatever the hell I wanted to do.
I mean, he obviously has a motive for this.
Yeah. Camera's pointed down.
So it
I swear he's scoping it.
yeah, it doesn't even get like the full area.
Because doesn't he eventually do like security for Gus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
He's gonna find something important, I bet.
Paperwork.
Important papers.
You think he'll go to Lydia or you think he'll go to Gus with all this information, if that's what he's doing?
I don't know.
What's gonna tell him?
They're all gonna be all nervous.
So, Ramirez, what do you think you're up to?
We're just pulling an order.
May I ask why none of you guys are wearing a lift belt?
Well, we don't usually...
Stop what you're doing. You go to the equipment room, you get lift belts and gloves. You use them. Rules are rules, got me?
Sure.
He doesn't even question who he is.
Isn't he technically like?
He's employed, yeah.
But isn't he technically head of security?
I
Is
think
his
that's
job
what they
title?
put that in there because he said like it would make sense for me to do that with my history.
So maybe he was bored and was like, I'm gonna go do my job.
Yeah, I don't think they anticipated him stealing somebody else's badge though to get in there. There he is.
Isn't that the guy he stole?
Yeah.
I think this belongs to you.
God.
He doesn't even question it.
Thank you. Where did you find it?
I need to talk to your manager. I waltz through security with someone else's ID. Nobody gives me a second look. When the rightful owner shows up, there's no facility-wide badge check. I find access doors left unlocked or propped open, passwords written on Post-it notes. Warehouse workers are using pen and paper instead of electronic inventory devices, which leaves you wide open to pilfering. You got duplicate routing numbers on cargo, surveillance camera blind spots on the north and the east side of the floor, inventory documents that are going into the trash instead of being shredded.
Hold on. Who are you exactly?
Trout, security consultant.
Well, all due respect, I don't know anything about a security consultant.
Well, you wouldn't, would you? Maybe you best call corporate. Try Lydia Rodart Quayle.
I wonder where this.
Oh, the wife or the ex-wife. Oh my gosh.
He was living in that house without electricity for the better part of 2 years. He knew how to use those lanterns. I don't think what happened was an accident.
I think Jimmy's smart enough to know that too, though.
Probably heard Chuck was retiring from HHM. But that's not the truth. The truth is that we had a disagreement. I pushed him out. I made him go.
Chuck was sick for years.
Our hearing had nothing to do with it. He started getting better after that. He was improving until the thing with the insurance.
Insurance?
Our malpractice insurance. They found out about Chuck's condition and raised our rates. Chuck went ballistic. He wanted to go to war. I drew a line. He wouldn't back down, so I forced him out. It never occurred to me that I could hurt him. He always seemed so strong. I think he did what he did because of me.
Oh, he blames himself.
Well, Howard, I guess that's your cross to bear.
Damn, that's cold.
Wow. Okay. I mean, he's hurt too.
Yeah. He's got a weird, eerie kind of smirk on his face.
Look at her go.
He's just like.
So I'm gonna make some
breathing
coffee. Maybe you want some?
in a weird way.
Maybe he doesn't feel responsible anymore.
Maybe. It's possible. Maybe he's like, oh, okay.
I wonder if this is what's going to be the final thing to push him over to becoming Saul. Whoa.
That was the ending, just like that? Wow.
So that ended very abruptly. Not sure what to make of that. I think I want to say that he pretty much doesn't feel to blame anymore, and now the blame is shifted toward Howard, and he's like, all right, it's your cross to bear now. It's your fault. I think he was taking responsibility for it, and that's what made him feel so bad inside. Which I don't know. That sounds like he was so cold when he said when he said that to Howard. I was just like, that's kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
I think possibly that, or he's just like, I don't know, maybe
weird sense of grief.
Weird sense of grief, or maybe he's like, I grieved, I'm over it. Let's move on. Yeah, I don't know. But just the fact that he said that phrase kind of was like a little bit weird. Yeah. So I don't know. It could be many things. Maybe like him and his brother had a weird relationship anyway. But obviously it's still his brother, so of course he's gonna grieve. But yeah, it did end kind of weirdly abruptly. It was like, okay, it's done.
I've been waiting. I feel like we've both been waiting for like when he crosses that final barrier that makes
when
him.
Does he become
when he
Saul?
goes from Jimmy to Saul.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the same thing I talked about at the beginning of the episode from Walter White to Heisenberg. Mm-hmm. I've been waiting for that, and I know they weren't going to give it to us right away because we didn't watch Breaking Bad when it was airing, so we kind of knew what he was eventually going to become. Yeah. So we kept waiting for that when we saw it. Same kind of thing that I approach this show with. I just keep waiting for him to become the lawyer that we knew and loved in Better Call Saul. But we love his growth and transformation in the show because it's really crazy to see like where he started and where he ends up. Yeah. But you see all like the traits there, you know, like his like little shadiness of like slipping Jimmy and whatnot. Yeah. He always had the potential to become what he became. But yeah, a couple other interesting dynamics. Obviously, Mike went on his little funny little endeavor.
I think he really was like bored and was I want to go to work.
He was just pointing out everything. That was so funny. But it's just so cool
because you like really get to see his expertise, why he's qualified to do what he does, you know, because he does some crazy stuff in Breaking Bad, and like I know it's cool to see him like kind of becoming that too.
He was honestly one of my favorite characters
Yeah.
throughout this entire, if you just want to call it like Better Call and Breaking Bad saga or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I had a real spoilers, I guess, who hadn't seen Breaking Bad. But yeah, you know, eventually Walt kills him.
Honestly,
and
that
I
made
felt
me really
so
mad
conflicted
at Walt
because I loved Walt.
Yeah,
I still love Walt.
I really was mad with him when he did that.
But you got to think he tried to kill Walt too a few times, several times.
It was a little bit sad, but
But yeah, I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out. I think it's going to be pretty funny to see. Obviously, we got Gus spying on Nacho, which is kind of what we kind of already anticipated that he kind of knew.
Picked up on that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's trying to like recruit him or like trying to.
I hope he does.
I don't because they have a common enemy, you know.
And
so I feel like
my friend.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like maybe he could use him.
Well, Hector was getting ready to kill Nacho's dad too because he wanted to use him like his business.
Yeah, and he like said no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm excited to see. This was a good first episode premiere.
To start the season.
I'm excited to see what else happens in this season.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.